The complaint alleges there are inequities between the girls' softball facilities compared to the boys' baseball facilities. It was filed March 14th with the U.S. Department of Education Office for Civil Rights. We were able to get a copy of the complaint. It is heavily redacted. The school district says it doesn't know who filed the complaint. Indiana high school baseball and softball seasons ended in June. So the fields here in Goshen are quiet. But there is a lot happening off the fields right now.
So the complaint specifically is referencing our baseball and softball facilities.
Goshen Community Schools says it is cooperating with investigators from the Office for Civil Rights. The OCR has requested documentation from the school district and been on site to view the facilities in person.
The steps are in process, so we are fully cooperating with the process, documentation that's needed for the investigation.
According to documents and letters provided to WSBT through a Freedom of Information request, the March 14th complaint alleges that Goshen Community Schools is discriminating against female athletes. It says the school district is failing to provide them equal provision of locker rooms and practice and competitive facilities. The Office for Civil Rights is responsible for enforcing Title IX, which prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex in any education program that receives federal funding. That includes athletics.
What we do know is both our baseball and softball facilities are in need of updating. Unfortunately, right now we're landlocked as a district, but we have been and continue to look at options for, in the future at some point, updating those facilities would be the goal.
Goshen administrators say they were surprised by the complaint, but that the district has been looking into how to improve facilities for both teams.
We want all of our student athletes feeling like when they have home field advantage that they're proud of their facilities, right? So that's our goal, long-term goal.
Right now, the high school's JV and varsity softball teams practice and compete at Shanklin Park, a city-owned park which is about a 6-minute drive from the high school campus. The mother of a softball player tells WSBT the girls change in locker rooms at the high school and then find a way to get to the park on practice and game days. The mother says the park is prone to flooding and games have been canceled or relocated to accommodate. On the other hand, Goshen's varsity baseball team practices at Fend Field. It sits across U.S. Highway 33 from the main Goshen High School building. School administrators say there's a lack of parking there. The JV baseball team practices and plays at Pringle Park, which is a 7-minute drive from campus.
Are there more training opportunities for one or the other? Are there more, is there better equipment? I mean, how do you?
I think that's what will be explored, right? So I can't tell you, to my knowledge, right, that we are consistent and we have processes in place to make sure that we serve all of our student athletes, no matter their gender, to the best of our ability. But I think that's what this request is asking.
The OCR is in the process of investigating the complaint. It will notify both the complainant and the school district at the conclusion of its investigation with what resolutions might be needed.
We're taking this very seriously as a district, but although we don't believe there are inequities, or we do, want to be in full cooperation of what, to address this complaint.
Anyone can file a title complaint, and the fact that the OCR is investigating doesn't mean Goshen Community Schools has done anything wrong. The OCR is considered neutral and will ultimately decide whether the evidence shows the school is complying with title laws. Coming up on Wednesday's Operation Education, what we know about past complaints against Goshen Community Schools and how this current complaint will be investigated. In the studio, Kristen Bean, WSBT 22 News.